Hello, welcome to another episode of Clues, Cues and Reviews. A lot to discuss, a lot of chapters, a lot of things I want to get out there. I'm not going to waste any time. This is going to be my One Piece 861 review in 5 minutes or less, plus including the opening. Anyway, without further ado, let's get into the review. So, it all begins. By the end of this chapter, we basically see the beginning of the tea pie. And every time we have a chapter, and then we have a time off, like a week off we've got now at the end of this chapter. It's like, what am I gonna do for the next 2 weeks? I can't wait. I'm so excited. And this is gonna be another one of those scenarios. But order, take your time, enjoy yourself, get well. We'll be waiting. Now, with that out of the way, let's look at the components of this chapter that I think are important and why they're important, and highlight why they're concerns. So let's start with the first thing. The first thing I want to talk about is the picture. Does this not confirm Mother Caramel is more than likely Mrs. Booking or related to Mrs. Booking? And there's too much of a coincidence, resemblance. There must be something there. Now, this could be a simple case of Miss Booking to Whitebeard Jr. is what Caramel is, Mother Caramel is to Big Mom. It could be a similar thing. If we find out later on that Whitebeard Jr. is a science experiment, maybe we find out Big Mom is one as well. But that's the first thing I got from that. Then we want to talk about the Tamate Bako box, the box with the treasure from a Fisherman Island that still hasn't exploded because it's got a bomb in it. I just thought to myself, no one's talked about that. And what I mean by that is not the reviewers, because people talk about it and get excited. I've talked about it so many times. The people. It's like Luffy's forgotten. It's like the Straw Hat Crew's forgotten. Has Beige really taken that into consideration? Will the explosion of that be so big that we can't hear any gunshots? Will the distraction of that be so big that it gives them that 5 second, that 10 second that they need? So that's that. Now, with that being said, them locking the doors, any radio, how big is this bomb? How much damage can it do? We don't know. They're upstairs. I get that. But they're on the roof. And it's like, they kind of took a shortcut to get to the roof with the carousel. Can they not do that with Pero again? Okay, it's a bit pedo-ish and all that stuff, but technically that ability is still there. They're on the roof. They're not really inside. So escaping, should it really be an issue? Anyway, moving on. We get to the Alliance. Straw Hat Luffy is asleep. You know what he's like when he's asleep. Would it be remotely possible that Oda, as a gag, has him fall asleep at the most inopportune time to cause issues with the plan? I'm just saying. And I will not ever forget the line and the character that is Gangster Gastino. Oh my god, every time I see him now, I just can't help but think about that scene where he goes, oh, I'm Gangster Gastino, I'm one of Beige's brothers, and Luffy's like, you look like Caesar. Oh, I'm not him. Oh, you're not? Yes, it is me. Oh, it is you. I just keep thinking of that, Gangster Gastino. And then you think of the mirror and you think, okay, what's to stop the mirror from cracking? I always think about it, it's just like mirrors crack all the time. It's not really that big of a deal. It will crack. And then the whole door thing was cool. And I was like, you always think that everything is really alive on Big Cake, Whole Cake Island in Big Mom's territory. The fact that they dealt with the door, shows they're not taking any risks, although they are taking risks. It's like the craziest plan that's meant to work. It's like the craziest thing that could happen has to come all of a sudden together at the right time just to make that magic that'll make this plan work. It's just too much of a risk. It's crazy. But when are the Straw Hats doing anything that's really sane? Anyway, let's move on to the last thing. And the last thing is probably the most interesting for me. Sanji's like, okay, I know she's bad. I can't help but thinking she's cute. I know she's acting. And then he gets excited and crashes into a wall. And then we have Mr. Capone and Bedge go, oh, well, he's such a great actor. Why is he acting so much? Why do you have to go that much into it? That's a clue. More than likely when he hit his head, she probably looked into his memories with her ability. And she probably erased a few memories. Eesh. That's going to be the issue. Because it's all about all these little kind of things have to work together to make it work, that's where we're going to fail. And that's just one of the pieces. Everything else is going to fall after that. All hell is going to break loose. We have to wait 2 weeks. I cannot wait. That's all I've got for the review. Like, comment, share, subscribe, all that good stuff. Apologies about the voice and the nose and everything else. But I'll see you next time. Peace.